A Tesla coil is a device which is used to generate electricity of super high voltage, low current and high frequency. The circuit diagram for a Tesla coil is pretty simple. There is an alternating current supply, two step-up transformers, a super high voltage capacitor and a spark gap. The step-up transformer increases the voltage of the input current. That charges the capacitor, which shorts a spark gap that generates a magnetic field of super high frequency in the primary coil. Due to electromagnetic induction in the secondary coil, electricity of super high voltage, low current and high frequency is generated.
Whoa man, whoa. What's happening? Take a deep breath and explain this to us in details.
Tyler is definitely right. Many of you may not know what is a step-up transformer, a super high voltage capacitor and a spark gap. In this video, I'll explain it to you. So, let's jump into the video. Electric current is defined as flow of free electrons through a conductor. And you know what's responsible for the flow of free electrons? The answer is voltage. But the question is, what exactly is voltage? Think of it like a ball on a plane. When there's no difference of potential energy on both sides of the plane, the ball won't move in any direction. Watch what happens when I increase the potential energy of one side of the plane and decrease the other. Yes, this is pretty accurate. The ball just starts moving from a higher potential energy to a lower potential energy. Same thing happens in a conductor. There are free electrons loosely bounded to the atoms of the conductor. When you connect the wire to a positive and negative terminal of the battery, you have applied potential difference across the wire. The positive terminal has much higher potential energy than the negative terminal, so loosely bounded electrons start moving from positive to the negative terminal of the battery. The step-up transformer is a component which is used to increase the voltage of the input current. It has two coils, primary and secondary. Primary coil is connected to an alternating current supply, which is a type of current that changes its direction multiple times per second. The frequency of this current is 60 Hz, means it changes its direction 60 times per second. Okay, let's slow the speed of this alternating current. Okay, so far so good. Now the current is moving from positive to the negative terminal of the battery. This generates a magnetic field which acts like a permanent magnet that attracts the electrons in the secondary wire. Then the flow of current stops, the magnetic field is gone, electrons in the secondary wire move back into their original position. After that, the current changes its direction that again generates a magnetic field which attracts the electrons in the secondary wire. And the cycle continues 60 times per second. Keep in mind that number of turns in the secondary coil must be higher than the number of turns in the primary coil, because more number of turns mean more number of electrons, mean higher the voltage is generated. Now electricity of high voltage low current is generated. To handle this much voltage, we use a high voltage capacitor. A capacitor is a component which is used to store charge for a long period of time in form of electric field. It has two parallel metal plates separated from a small distance. When the capacitor is connected to a current supply, the plates gets charged with positive and negative charges. Since opposite charges attract each other, so charges remain in between them for a long period of time. Okay, a quick reminder, 90% of you people aren't subscribed, so please. And by positive charges, there are no actual positive charges. There is a deficiency of negative charges, so it is considered to be positively charged. As long as the capacitor is charging, the voltage also increases across the plates. Okay, so the plates of the capacitor are now being fully charged. The capacitor is connected to an inductor. Now, electric charges will start moving from one plate to another through the inductor, but the flow of current will stop due to a spark gap between the wire. Thankfully, the voltage generated in the capacitor is so much high that electric arcs start jumping across the spark gap. The spark gap activates a capacitor-inductor circuit. Yeah, I need to clean this mess up. Okay, please stop this music. Play something else. Oh my god, this is spectacular. The capacitor-inductor circuit is pretty simple. When the capacitor gets fully charged, it is like, hey, you wanna have my energy? And the inductor is like, okay, give me your energy. The inductor stores the energy from the capacitor in form of magnetic field between the coils. When the inductor is fully charged with magnetic field, it is like, hey, you wanna have my energy? The capacitor is like, okay, give me your energy. Then the inductor releases all of its energy and the capacitor gets charged with opposite polarity. Then the capacitor charges the inductor and the inductor charges the capacitor with opposite polarity, and this cycle continues again until all the energy is lost in form of heat. Thankfully, the alternating current again charges the capacitor and the cycle continues. The frequency of these oscillations ranges from 50,000 to a million times per second. This generates a magnetic field of super high frequency that causes the electrons in the secondary wire to move in back and forth direction. Since the number of turns in the secondary coil is much higher than the number of turns in the primary coil, electricity of super high voltage, low current and high frequency is generated. Also, you can play some beautiful music on a Tesla coil. Okay, you might be thinking why the heck this animation is super ridiculous, cause the animation is made using my mobile phone. I don't have a PC right now, but in distant future I'll buy myself a computer and I'll make 3D animated amazing informative videos. And huge thanks for Tyler Green for participating in this video. I couldn't make this video without his help.
No problem. Thanks for having me in your video.
Go and subscribe to his amazing YouTube channel where he makes spectacular 3D games. Also, please subscribe to this idiot who has been doing 3D animation for more than 5 months and I don't know what's gonna happen to him in future. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button and subscribe button for more videos like 3D animation. If you wanna learn about 3D animation, I have made a complete video on how to animate using your mobile phone. The link is in the description. As always, thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.